Hi there, everyone. Welcome to Ideation HQ. This is the platform where you find the latest instructional videos on educational technology. Today, I'll be sharing with you on how we can create quizzes in Socrative. So here we are at the main page in Socrative. To create a quiz, we need to access the Quizzes tab. Click on the Quizzes tab. Click on the Add Quiz button at the top right of your screen. Here you have two options, to create a new quiz or to import a quiz from another source. So let's create a new quiz. So this is the main interface for creating a quiz. So let's create and give the quiz a title. In this case, I'm going to create a general astronomy quiz. Next, you have the option of aligning this quiz to a standard. Let's just click on it and I'll show you what options we've got here. So you can choose to select a subject, for example, math, and here you can choose to align it to standards from different areas and countries. Most of the standards that you find here are mainly from American states. There is a New Zealand standard and there is also a New South Wales standards, but unfortunately, no Victorian standard at this point of time. Next, you can have the option to select the grade level, as well as different elaborations and strands for the standards. So for our case today, since we can't find any Australian or Victorian standards, I'm just going to uncheck this section. And moving on to creating our quiz, we now have the option of either creating a multiple choice question, true false question, or a short answer question. Let's start off with a multiple choice question. My first question for the quiz is, what term do astronomers use to describe the 2 times a year when day and night are of equal length? An option, say for example, a solstice. Second option is a blue moon. And the third option is the equinox. There is also an option for us to highlight certain words. So if you look up here, there's a bold, italics, underline, and then subscript and a superscript. I am going to bold the words to, and I'm going to emphasize that by underlining it. And also I am going to do the same to the word equal length. So now you can see that the word to has been bolded and the word equal length has been bolded as well. You can also add images to the quiz by clicking on the plus sign next to this symbol. So let's add an image by clicking on the plus sign. So this is an image of the Earth from space. So before we finalize this question, it's a good idea to also indicate the correct answer. By doing so, you will enable auto marking that will save you heaps of time as you do not have to mark all the questions manually. So for this question, the answer is C. And you also have the option of providing an explanation to the student. So let's do that. I'm going to add in the explanation here. So once you're happy with this question, you can confirm it by clicking on the tick button. Let's now add in another question. This time around, let's do a true or false question. So I'm going to start off with a statement. It says that Jupiter's moon is the largest in the solar system. It's a true or false question. I'll click on the right answer, which is true. I will now add in an explanation for the students, just in case they require some form of clarification if they get the questions wrong. And I will click yes to confirm that question. Let's do another question. And this time around, we'll do the short answer question. And here I'm going to ask, what causes the 4 seasons? So for a short answer question, students will have to type in their answers. So for self-marking to be accurate, you have to provide a few variations of the correct answer. This will add a little bit of flexibility to the self-assessment so that we can assess the students' work as accurately as possible. So the question is, what causes the 4 seasons? And the answer is the tilt of the Earth's axis. To add a little bit more flexibility and variation to the answer, I am going to put in another possible solution, and that is the angle of the Earth's axis. Another possible answer is that the angle of the Earth's axis tilts towards the northern and southern hemisphere. I'm also going to provide an explanation. And if you have a photo to accompany the explanation, you can also add that into this section here. And once you are done, click on the tick symbol. So I have now a preview of my three questions. If you want to edit the question, you can click on the pencil tool. If you want to delete the question, you can click on the bin icon. You can also move the order of the question by clicking on the up and down arrow. And lastly, you can duplicate the question by clicking on the two squares with the plus sign. When you're happy with the quiz that you have created, click Save and Exit. You will then see your quiz appear in the main quiz window. And you will also see the other quizzes that you have created in the same page. So today I've covered with you on how to create quizzes in Socrative, and we've looked at how we can add three different types of quizzes: the multiple choice, the true or false questions, and the short answer questions. So I've also shared with you on how you can bold or underline the text, and we also looked into adding pictures or photos into your quizzes. So that's all for today. In the next video, we will learn more about rooms and how we can launch quizzes to our students. Please remember to click on the subscribe button to receive updates on this channel. Bye.